Yo, what up, people? It is your host, Kenyon Long here, and this is Internet People Podcast, man. Thank you for checking out the show. You got a comment on a topic, you already know. Drop that comment if you watch live. The video are on the brand new YouTube. I told you guys I was doing the YouTube. Brand new YouTube, Internet People Podcast on YouTube. So make sure you follow that, man. I'm switching everything from my Kenyon Long YouTube to this YouTube page. So this is where this podcast will live. You know how YouTube is. You got to be specific with YouTube. It gets crazy, man. Also on Periscope, Andy Kenyon. So shout out to everybody on Periscope, on Twitter, basically. Make sure you follow me there. I was still banned from Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Still banned from Twitter. So I'm just using this account, man. So that's why it looks like that. So Comedy Kenyon on Twitter. Drop your questions, your comments, man. And also, man, you already know your boy's on Twitch. Yes, on Twitch, man, at Kenyon Long. Thank you, Twitch. Twitch message. Okay. Thank you, Twitch. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. If you're not on Twitch now, you definitely should be on Twitch as well. I'm getting all these Twitch notifications right now. Can I put it up to the camera? Can I put it up to the camera? All right, whatever. So make sure you do that, man. You already know. Follow me on TikTok at Kenyon Comedy and everywhere else, man. YouTube, Kenyon Long, and Facebook at Kenyon Comedy. This is not on Facebook, but it will be uploaded to Facebook. I'm going to kind of keep it maybe just center. You know what I mean? Last episode I did, it was looking crazy. And I did have, I was trying to pull in, the screens and everything. I don't like it when I get extra small on the screen. So the edited version may have, some pictures or whatever I'm talking about. But anyway, man, as you can see, it's Christmas time. Got a little stockings hung by the ceiling with care here. So it is Christmas time, man. Happy to be back at Internet People Podcast. You already know it's sponsored by Bluehost. Bluehost with the most, man. Bluehost with the most, man. I told you guys we were entering into a second lockdown. I told you. And I know you're trying to get your website popping. And which I didn't know, when you get a website, you still need a website host. It's not like, I just make a website and that's it. No, you need a website host, a host to host your website. All right. And so as little as $3 a month with my promo code, you can save with Bluehost. The Bluehost is the best host, man. So the host with the most, the host with the bars. So this host trusts Bluehost. You got to too. So make sure you use that promo code you see in the description of this podcast. You listen to this podcast, you already know it is on all podcast platforms and also your Amazon device. I know a lot of y'all buying those this holiday season. Black Cyber Monday was just yesterday. You're buying this Amazon device. You're just not getting one. You got multiple ones. You may even have an Echo Show, all right, where it has video. Now, you can't see this podcast on video as of yet, because Amazon's pretty strict about the content they have. And I get a little ratchet sometimes. But all you have to do is ask your Amazon device to say, hey, can you play Internet People Podcast? And just like that, boom, pow, surprise, just like magic, man. So I appreciate that. We just crossed a little milestone of the downloads right now. So shout out to everybody downloading the show. I appreciate the love. Make sure you rate it 5 stars if you're listening on Apple Podcast. Okay. All right. 5 stars, man. So people can know about the show. On this show, we talk about stuff going on in the news. Sometimes we have occasional guests from the funniest people on social media. Not a guest on this episode, but let's get into it, man. The craziness. I saw it Saturday. I had my chance. We all saw it. Nate Robinson. First of all, it was the Tyson Ward Jones Jr. fight. We know that it was all about them. But when they made it, they said that it was supposed to be Nate Robinson fighting Jake Paul. And I thought about this and I'm like, what? Why is 5'0" Nate Robinson fighting Jake Paul? And they said, oh, well, Nate Robinson from Seattle. I don't know. Is that a reason? Last time I checked, Nate Robinson was playing basketball. I don't know about him fighting anybody. And I ain't grow up with him. I ain't from Seattle. That's that other guy. But you got to ask him. You got to ask people from Seattle about Nate Robinson's fight history. But Nate Robinson said, he's going to knock Jake Paul out, man. And we all know, not only Snoop Dogg on the mic was hilarious. I do appreciate that. So shouts out to you, Uncle Snoop, for doing your thing on the mic. I mean, it was just, I don't know, two perfect marriages. Just the fight itself and Snoop Dogg just made it even better, man. But the problem was Nate Robinson did get knocked out. He did get laid out, man. We all cheering. We all hate Jake Paul. Even the younger generation, they hate Jake Paul. If you don't know about Jake Paul, please feel free to Google him. And Jake Paul only had, he's big, huge YouTuber. I get it. Jake Paul only had one other fight, right? Against this other guy who's a YouTuber. So we really can't treat him as a boxer, but apparently he just wanted to do it. He was kind of him and his brother, Logan Paul, was trying to do something to create a positive energy around them with so much negativity they got. They were like, okay, well, let's just do this. Pay-per-view, and they got expired. I think they got inspired by Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. So maybe they was like, yo, and I got my Tyson shirt on, as you can see. What I mean? Everybody loves this Tyson shirt, Mike Tyson Punch-Out shirt. So shouts out to Mike. Make sure you watch, listen to Hot Boxing Podcast too. All right. Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. Check that out. You know what I mean? Especially that Boosie episode. But look, man, maybe they saw that. They say, look, okay, the Paul brothers, they were like, yo, we gonna do a pay-per-view. And they pulled it off, man. Logan Paul went against KSI, a big YouTuber from overseas, across the pond. All right. And they pulled it off. I didn't watch that fight. And Jake Paul fought on the undercard. I did not watch it. I did not care to watch YouTubers box each other. But a lot of kids did. So shouts out to them. They made their little money and, somebody watched it. This fight, however, was kind of like multi-generational. First of all, I'm like, why am I wise? It was just a bunch of whys. Did you ever think about that? Was it a bunch of whys in this fight? It was like, okay, wait a minute. Mike Tyson is fighting Roy Jones. Roy Jones was never, became a heavyweight later just to get the belt. Then he was like, I'm out. Deuces, I'm out. So he's like, why is Mike Tyson doing this? They both like grandfathers at this point, especially in boxing. In boxing age, at 50, you're like great-grandfather age when it comes to boxing. Maybe great-great-grandfather age when it comes to boxing. So you're thinking like, okay, why is he fighting them? And it's just like, why is Jake Paul fighting Nate Robinson? Nate Robinson, you're a basketball player. Like he was an athlete. I kept hearing the excuse that, right, you know what I'm saying? He was an athlete. They kept saying that. B. Hewitt, shouts out to B. Hewitt. He's an athlete. He's an athlete. You know what I mean? I'm like, wait a minute. That don't mean nothing. Mike Vick's an athlete too, right? I don't see Mike Vick jumping in the ring with Stylebender. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying, just because you're an athlete and you play multi-sports, all right? And I get it. I was only a one sports athlete, which was track. I didn't want to do, I just didn't want to do football. I wanted to, but then my mama didn't want me to do it. So it's just like, okay, I'm just going to be a one sport athlete, But it's just like, just because you play football and basketball don't mean that you can box. That's not the same thing. That's not the same. Just because you're an athlete. Okay, in football, right, it works, right? When they get some players, they be like, okay, look, oh, he's an athlete. He was a quarterback in high school, but he played defensive back, but he also did a running back, that he also did, punting, sort of like Cordell Stewart. That's cool. That works in football. They'll put you anywhere in the NFL. Well, in the NFL, he's going to be this. And then we can also use it for this. That's cool. Guess what? That's still one sport. Multiple positions. Yes, that's still kind of crazy to learn, but one sport. Okay, one sport. But Nate Robinson is like, oh, well, he played football and basketball in high school. So that don't mean nothing in boxing. What does that mean in boxing? That means nothing in boxing, yo. Nothing. All right. If you ever take a boxing class, I ain't talking about the ones that you do on YouTube. I'm talking about the actual class, like an actual class, not one you just hitting the back. I mean, boxing. I'm talking about with technique. Technique, man. Nate Robinson gets into this fight. And I only know this because I understand where Nate Robinson's coming from, because I too am ignorant at how boxing was. It was a couple years ago, but I go and take a it was on Meetup or something, right? And it was here in LA and North Hollywood, to be exact. Shouts out to everybody living, all my actors living in North Hollywood and WeHo West or whatever it's called, right? I took this boxing class. They had like a boxing ring. I don't know why I was frustrated with the industry and I just wanted to punch something or somebody. I was like, yo, I'm going to take a boxing class, try to relieve this stress. My agent's getting on my nerves, whatever. I'm going to take a boxing class. I just decided to do it, right? And I, like Nate Robinson, thinking, yeah, yo, I'm just going to do some stuff, some techniques, and just start hitting people, Now, I did not do like he did. So once I get to this boxing class, this guy, I'm standing straight. You watched all these boxing movies, you fought in the hood, whatever, right? You think you could just stand like this and be like, okay, cool. Now, what's the 1-2? What's the guy was like, okay, first put 1 foot behind and 1 in the front. I said, what? Wait a minute. What? You don't just stand like this and then, put your dukes up? He's like, no. I was like, whoa. It's like, all your power comes from your leg and then you turn. I'm like, oh, okay. And then he's like, yeah, do this first for a good 5 minutes. And I'm like, oh, okay. Boxing ain't like fighting growing up. It's not like it. Nate Robinson gets into this fight, yo. And you tell me, man, Nate Robinson in this fight, and Snoop Dogg said it. Yo, slow down, cuz. Slow down. Nate Robinson is swinging. I'm sorry, Nate Robinson, no disrespect, but I've only seen girls in the hood who have fights like this swing like that. You know what I mean? Like, Nate Robinson, have you ever played UFC? Have you ever, Nate Robinson, this is my advice to you while you're on the mend. Play UFC, and I love UFC. Play UFC 3. It's free on Xbox. Xbox Game Pass. UFC 3 is free. Okay, if you got the Xbox, the new one, Xbox Series X, shouts out to you, Nate Robinson. Play UFC 3. If you got the money, Nate, I know hopefully you got a little money from this fight. Play UFC 4. I don't even have it yet because you got to pay for it. Play UFC 4. When I'm in a fight on UFC and you start throwing punches, you got a stamina that starts going down and decreasing to the point where you can't throw more punches. And literally, I've gotten knocked out because I'm throwing kicks. I'm trying to knock the dude out. And then Joe Rogan will tell you, hey, your stamina, you know what I mean? He's running out of gas. Nate Robinson, I don't know, you thought you was in the best shape of your life or something? And he just swinging from the fences. Man. And I'm like, okay, this is I girls from the hood. When you see girls from the hood and she say the B word, and the next thing you know, the backpack drop, and then forget the earrings. I don't even understand people like, oh yeah, when she take her earrings. No, I've seen fights with girls where they just start doing the windmill. Okay, and that's what it is. Fingernails going and all, just buzz. It's kind of like you ever play Call of Duty, Modern Warfare? They had the raps score streak, and them raps will come out and just come all over. They would just try to eat you up. That's what girls in the hood do. All right, they just start scrapping. I see scrapes because they just trying to scrape you up, cut you up with these nails. Hey, that's what happened. This is what Nate Robinson was doing with gloves. With gloves. I'm like, what is he doing? There's no way you in that much shape. There's no way Nate Robinson's that much shape. And then sure enough, he's gassed. You see him breathing hard. He's just like, I'm like, oh man, what do you think you're doing, man? This is not going to end well. And sure enough, we all heard the the hit that the punch that stopped the time in 2020, man. I'm watching it, man. Me and my wife is watching it. Next thing you know, Jake Paul just catches Nate Robinson. He's out. He's out. I couldn't believe it. Black people can never believe black people losing in a fight. Trust me, we lose to another race. This is what it is. Black people don't believe we can lose. All right. Yes, we are athletic. Some of us are not. That's not me, but some of us are not athletic. And black people, we just get shocked when we don't. Yeah, that's hilarious. They be swimming. Shouts out to BB Hewler. We just believe that, yo, we can't leave. Right now, Nate Robinson goes down. I'm gonna break down the history of why it was trending. Nate Robinson goes down and he is out. And I couldn't believe it. Yes, the fight doesn't make sense. He's not even the same height. Nate Robinson is like 5 feet tall, man. And he did some dope things in the NBA by winning the dunk contest several times. All right, a la Spud Webb at his height. All right, he got crazy ups. His calves are probably bigger than my leg. You ever see Nate Robinson's calves? I ain't gonna pull it up. But Nate Robinson calves is like this big. You know what I'm saying? This is how he can jump high and dunk. He just all calves and thighs. That's it. Just calves and thighs. Nate Robinson. He's just a ball of muscle. And Nate Robinson's on the floor, y'all, and he just laid it. They knocked out. And of course, I watch UFC, so I've seen some brutal knockouts. All right, and if you want to see a brutal knockout, look at Roy Jones's fight knockout before a couple years ago, through the ropes. He looked like Martin. You know when Martin wins against Tommy the Hitman Hearns. That's who Roy Jones looked like last time we saw him in the ring. But I digress. Nate Robinson's laid out, and we already know Jake Paul, the cocky YouTuber that he is. He got his hands up and everything. And I see all the cockiness. Stylebender is the king of copy. All right. Stylebender was commentating. You guys don't know. Stylebender is a champ in the UFC, and he was commentating there on the fight. Stylebender, before he got to the UFC, he knocked the dude out and threw a Pokeball at the person. Okay, he threw a Pokeball at the dude that was knocked out. That's Stylebender. Okay, so it don't get no more disrespectful over there. I think last fight he was like dancing or something after the dude got knocked out. So Stylebender, one of my favorite fighters, man. Favorite new fighters out there. He's a champ and he defends his title in the UFC, man. You got to be watching UFC. So Nate Robinson's out cold. He taking a nap. He thinking about what he should have gotten on Black Friday or what he didn't get, and it's been a wrap, yo. So he gets up, man, and that was the fight for me. For me, that was the fight, man. But we definitely shouts out to Nate Robinson, man. Woo, boy. I mean, he poked fun at it, I guess. He said on Twitter, he said that, he said he was going to change the world. He's like, I didn't lie. Yeah, you didn't lie, man. You went viral. Not for the way you want. All right. The memes is out there. Everybody doing the TikToks. Of course, you already know your boy did about three or four TikToks, man. Memes out there, man. So shouts out to everybody, man. But look, Nate's been a good dude. He been a good dude, man. Moving on. We definitely saw the Tyson fight. Shouts out to Mike, man. Shouts out to Mike once again. Saw the Tyson fight versus Roy Jones. I've met Roy Jones, never met Tyson, but here's the thing, man. For me, it was like an out-of-body experience for somebody who grew up watching Mike Tyson. And, we talked about this in the last episode. So make sure you listen to that, man, on all podcasts everywhere. But it's so crazy. I never had a chance. This is literally my first time ever seeing a live Tyson fight. We never got the Tyson fight growing up. So this is my first time seeing it. So it's kind of weird. Like I've seen footages of a Tyson fight later on, but like live Tyson fight. We all know, I told you guys last episode, I used to have my friends tell me what happened in the Tyson fight so I could tell everybody that's what I watched the Tyson fight. Yeah, when he knocked him out in the first round in about 60 seconds, I have to get the live rights because, you want to let everybody know that you couldn't afford the Tyson fight. Fast forward to today, I understand why my dad didn't pay for it because number one, the fight was over in the first round. Number two, I ain't paying $60. Okay, I watch it the freeway. It had people on Facebook with the Tyson fight, with this fight going on, man. People is on Facebook. I saw a feed on Facebook, which I didn't watch. I did watch it at the end, but someone had a feed on Facebook and they had their Cash App. I cannot knock the hustle. People had a Cash App showing the Tyson fight. I can't knock the hustle. As somebody who sold toilet paper on eBay, I can't knock the hustle, okay? This is why I can't judge the eBay scammers, all right? The PlayStation 5 scammers. Judge not, okay? I sold toilet paper on eBay before they shut me down. You know what I mean? So, hey, I don't knock the hustle, all right? And they did get money on that Cash App. So apparently I need to, well, I left Cash App, but we already know about that. Go to YouTube to see why I left Cash App. So, it was an out-of-body experience seeing Tyson. I played Mike Tyson Punch Out. You know, it was just like, man, I'm watching Tyson. He's too old to be boxing, but he's about to box. I see Roy Jones. He's definitely too old. And I did see some Roy Jones fight. But it was like, man, what year am I in? What year am I in? Tyson is going to the ring, and I'm looking at it. It's like, man, this is 2020. This is 2020. I'm looking at a Tyson fight. Like 2020 got some good stuff, got some bad stuff, got some good stuff. So I'm watching the fight, and you know, as we know about watching a Tyson fight, you just ready to see Tyson knock somebody out. You know, they all like, it's an exhibition, but we want to see Tyson knock somebody out, you know. And then I started thinking like, yo, you remember Roy Jones? You know, he was pretty dope when he was out, okay? He was pretty dope. He was pound for pound the best fighter. But the thing about Roy Jones is he liked to stick and move. You know what I'm saying? And then I thought about it. As soon as Roy started boxing, I'm like, Roy Jones is not going to sit here and let him. He's kind of like Mayweather, right? But except for Mayweather, he'll dodge your punches and hit you like 20 times and then get out the way. Hit you for 20 more times, dodge, then get out the way. You know, Roy Jones is kind of like old school stick and move. He's trying to get that hook on you. So I'm like, yo, Roy Jones is not going to stand here in that. So he's not going to stand here for this. But I'm looking at Roy Jones, man, and it started to look, I mean, it was looking sad for me. Mike Tyson was doing his job. You know, he was getting in. He more like hitting a body shot. And I did see somebody put a meme out or something about the rules about it was supposed to be no knockouts. I don't know if that was official or not. They were capping, but it said like, oh, no knockouts. I'm like, okay. But Mike Tyson was kind of like hitting in the body. I'm like, okay. And you can't get knocked out from the body. Trust me. But I'm just like, okay. Roy Jones, he throwing, did you see the punch Roy Jones? He was punching with his head turned. I was like, is this the and one of boxing? What is this? Roy Jones had his head turned and punching. Like before they even stick and move, he was just like, and then he's talking to the side like, oh yeah, I know. I ain't trying to get hit by it. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm like, what is this? Is an exhibition. That's when I realized I know there's no fans there, but this is an exhibition. So I'm like, yo, this is crazy, man. And Roy Jones, he was looking rough, man. Y'all let me know how Roy Jones looking to you. Definitely comment wherever you're watching this at. But let me know. Roy Jones is looking rough. And they talking about it was a draw. I'm like, what is this? This definitely is exhibition. Oh, guys, nobody run. I don't want to hear that. All right. We're not teaching kids right. Mike Tyson said all this stuff about, you know, we're innovators and we're helping. No, he said we're helping people. We're helping people. No, are you? I guess they're going to donate the proceeds. That's what they said. They're going to donate the fight money. So I guess that's the helping people part he was talking about. And I thought Tyson won. I mean, he got more punches in on the body. I said Tyson won. I fell asleep. I missed it. Well, I don't know. Be here. It's on YouTube now. It's definitely on YouTube. That's the magic. Man, I wish I was kids. You got it good today. You know what I mean? I had to rely on my friend to tell me that he watched the Tyson fight so I can tell my other friends, oh, what you think about the Tyson fight? You know what I mean? So I don't feel embarrassed that we didn't get the Tyson fight and we missed out, you know, FOMO. Now, kids, all you got to do is go straight to YouTube as soon as it happens. Watch it on Facebook Live where somebody's throwing their cash app out there. That's 2020 for you. You know what I mean? I wish I was born now. No, I'm just kidding. I was in the 90s. Fun time in the 90s, man. Y'all too PC here. But yeah, man, Mike Tyson's like, oh yeah, man, I'm ready to do it again. Roy Jones is like, first Roy Jones said he don't like it being a draw. And then they asked him a question again. He said, oh, well, yeah, I'm fine with it. Wait, which one is it? What is this? Like, what is this? Roy, all right, make a decision. All right. Are you with it or not? Okay. The judges couldn't make a decision. So you need to make one. Are you happy with the decision, Roy, or not? It's okay. Mike's not going to hit you no more. Okay. You moved out of the way. Okay. A lot. And you was hugging a lot. I mean, hugging. It was like he was Mike Tyson's biggest fan. He hugged so much. I was like, oh, come on, man. If this is an exhibition, Roy, I don't want to see you get hurt, but I also don't want to see you hugging nobody. In the UFC, and I go back to that because that's what I watch. Some of you guys may watch boxing. No disrespect, but I left boxing basically after Roy Jones. Never was a Mayweather fan, but I watch the UFC. When you see a bunch of that going on, grappling going on, right? You know, no action going on. Fans in the UFC will start booing pre-COVID. Okay, they will start booing. Dana White gets mad when you're not putting on a good fight. You know, it's okay to catch your breath and everything, but Dana White, like, I don't want to see a whole 3 rounds or 4 rounds or 5 rounds of hugging, and you ain't got no action going on. You ain't trying to get out of the clinch. So I say that and say, make sure you play UFC 3 for free on Xbox. Not sponsored, but I was just like, okay. And then Mike Tyson's talking about, yo, I'm going to do this again. I'm going to do this again. Come to find out, man, Mike Tyson was high as a kite. Just found out yesterday, Mike Tyson said he was high as a kite when he went and fought. No wonder, man. No wonder. Maybe if he would have aimed for the head a little bit more. Mike Tyson was high as a kite, he said when he was fighting. Man, come on, Mike. Now, I get it. High Mike Tyson is still scary Mike Tyson. And a high Mike Tyson is better in boxing than a sober me. So, you know, no qualms there, Mike. You know what I mean? Whatever floats your boat, man. So shouts out to them. Mike said he's going to continue this on. I don't know. He may fight again, but y'all, you know, you guys, let me know. You watching this on a replay on Facebook. Shouts out to you. Let me know if you want to see Mike Tyson fight again. Fights I don't want to see no more. Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. I don't want to see Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. And I don't think I want to see. I just don't want to see it. You know, I'm going to go back to watch a style bending, knock people out, do his thing, throw a ball, start dancing, crip walking and everything. I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. I'm good. Like that one time I saw a live Tyson fight, I can say that. I can say I actually saw a live Tyson fight. Finally. I can finally say that. Black Friday happened, man. This past weekend, Black Friday. Hopefully you cop some dope stuff, some good stuff. If you have money, we know this is 2020. Is it just me? You know what I mean? I'm out here working in these streets. It's just me. I mean, I'm like, okay, this is a regular Black Friday. Y'all just got money out here. Y'all still got money. Y'all still balling out here. But for me, I think Black Friday was still low. It was a Wack Friday. I don't think, you know, because they did it the whole month. You know what I mean? They did it the whole month. So it's like, okay, there's no deals, extra deals to get, man. I'm only sad about there's no Black Friday fights, man. I know. I shouldn't say that, but look, the highlight of my Saturday, Black Saturday, was always going to YouTube and typing in Black Friday fight. You know what I mean? The news will talk about the Black Friday fights. And this year, just so happens, it just so happens to not be any Black Friday fights, but maybe sales are up, man. But Black Friday was pretty weak this year, man. I could definitely say that. Cyber Monday, saying, like, can we stop it now with Cyber Monday? Cyber Monday was created, what, 2001, I believe, 2002. It was like, oh, man, you're ordering stuff online. Ooh. Man, think of the time that we're in now when it was like taboo. Oh, wait a minute. You're ordering stuff online. I don't know. They could steal your credit card information. That used to be the craziest thing. Oh, I wouldn't order. I like to go to the store. Now we all doing like online. Now we all going to the king of the land, Amazon. Amazon packages come into the door every 5 minutes. Cyber Monday needs to end though. It's just like, okay, it's Cyber Monday every day. You can order online on Amazon any day and every hour. Okay. Deals, no, may not be any deals, but Cyber Monday just needs to die out. Okay. Let's just extend Black Friday. You know what I mean? Let's just extend Black Friday for a whole week with these type of sales going on. What I have noticed here, I do want to make a observation, people. If you're still going out there, I think Cyber Monday is for the whole week. Here's the thing I've been seeing at Target. I've been seeing at Best Buy, not at Walmart. So just Best Buy, Target. Here's the thing, people. And I've been seeing people with a Bentley, people with Mercedes-Benz, or people with a regular Toyota car. Just because the TV's on sale, 55-inch, 65-inch, 75-inch, and you can afford it, does not mean it will fit in your car. Okay. I've been seeing people trying to fit a 65-inch in the back seat of their car. What are you doing? I seen a lady with a Mercedes-Benz pull up to Best Buy with a 65-inch TV. Like legitimately pulled it up and opened the back seat. Where do you think that box is going? Okay. Even if you take it out the box, where do you think, did you not measure it? The TV is 65 inches. Do you have 65 inches going wide across your seat? Do you have enough? Because you're counting the door. You're not counting when you open the door, you think you got space, but when you close, because the door, come on, y'all. The door's got to close. And she looked at the Best Buy reps and she said, "Oh, I'm sorry." What? Like, did you think that was going to work? Now, yes. You want to buy a big TV, buy it from Amazon. At least they're going to ship it to you, to your door. If not, you're going to have to get a truck, SUV or something. I mean, people, come on, man. Common sense in 2020 still ain't as common, man. So you get these TVs, don't just sit here and fall in love with the TV. Figure out how you're going to get the TV home, right? Get the TV. And I'm talking, it doesn't matter. I'm like, dude, this dude had the TV just hanging out the door. I'm like, bro, I sent it to my brother. I'm like, look at this fool here. Look at this fool. Where do you think you're going? I did see a guy get a big TV in a Maserati trunk, though. I said, oh, here we go again. But he got it in a Maserati trunk. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know a Maserati trunk was that big. Don't know why it needs to be that big, but you do you, bro. You do you. This is December 1st. And this is a December to remember. Who does that? Lexus, have we seen the Lexus commercials? December, remember? This is the December to remember, y'all. And I also want you to remember to use my good tool I use on YouTube, TubeBuddy. That's right, TubeBuddy, man, TubeBuddy. If you want to do YouTube the right way, it ain't about, let me tell you something. YouTube is not about uploading videos, all right? It's about uploading videos that people watch for a long time and then having somebody else watch that next video. They have somebody else watch that next video. And while we in lockdown, some of you are now starting to create your very first new YouTube channel. It's a baby channel, very first channel. And if you follow me on Kenyon Long on YouTube, you see that I've been on YouTube for a very long time. I was doing other things before that, a lot of acting things. So that was the content. But I'm just telling you, if you want to do YouTube the right way while we're locked down, which I told you again, you start your brand new channel. I don't care, cooking channel. All right. Maybe you like to make Nintendo food. Maybe you're making a PlayStation for your husband. So you're making a PlayStation cake, a PlayStation 5 cake, because that's the only way he gonna get one, as you says. Or like that girl said on Joe Budden podcast, she was talking about, I don't date no man who play video games because he can't do nothing for me. They all being little. Okay. You need TubeBuddy, man. Super simple, easy. Use TubeBuddy. Use my promo code SAVE and learn how to do YouTube the right way. All right. Your boy Kenyon got your back, man. I told you guys, man, this is the December to remember, man. I'm just telling you right now. So we all just look at the December. I was like, man, it's December. It's December. You know what I mean? So, hey, chill. It's nothing but my dog back there. It's a December, man. So we got 30 days to grind it out, 30 days to get out of 2020. I'm so scared of 2021. I don't know. All these people are like, man, I can't wait. I can't wait for 2021. Dude, can you? I don't know what's going to happen. This vaccine going to give people wings. What's going on next? So people going to turn into aliens? I don't know. I don't know what at this point. I don't know what to expect in 2021. I don't. I'm leaving my options open. Okay. Everybody used to be like, yo, this year we going to church on New Year's. We going to church on New Year's. I don't know, but the church is closed. So I don't know where you're going to be for New Year's, but let's just pray to 2021, man. So we got 30 more days to get out of 2020 and get out of here. So this is the December to remember. So hopefully it's some good things that's going to happen to you. As I say that this month, a lot of trying times for everybody. Trust me, and your boy. I still got the COVID hair too. You know what I'm saying? People like, yo, your hair crazy. My barber caught the coronavirus from his client. So yeah, man, you can't. It's not the barbers I don't trust. It's the people. You know what I'm saying? That's the issue. It ain't the barbers. It's the people. It ain't the restaurant. It ain't the waitresses. All right. It's the people at the restaurant. So in LA and now California, really about to shut all the way down. About to shut all the way down, man. Cases is rising, y'all. So we got to get our hustle on these next 30 days, man. Look for them remote jobs. So it's gonna be crucial. So but yeah, man, I want y'all to have a good time, man. I don't want, whatever you want for Christmas or whatever. Hopefully you get a new job that works remotely, that pays a lot of money. I hope that, you know what I mean? Or you hit the lotto. You know what I mean? How you get to put the stockings and stuff, man. Oh, right this way. You get the stockings, you know what I mean? Drop some lottery tickets. I ain't never win nothing, but drop some lottery tickets in somebody's somebody's stocking. But if they win, just be like, look, you just negotiate. Hey, I'm giving you this, but if you win, I just need 10%. Hey, list that caveat. All right. I need 10% if you win on this Christmas lottery scratcher. I just need that 10%. You'll never know. Just got to put it out there. You never know. Everyone else, moving on to the subject that's burning up the internet right now is Kevin Hart's comedy show. Let me know. Kevin Hart's stand-up special. Kevin Hart is stand-up special. Have not watched it on Netflix yet. But apparently it's hugely controversial. I did see a casting for this. I remember they shot it in Canoga Park where they had an audience that were going to have masks on and you had to take, willing to take a COVID test and they're going to be filming at night. That's all I saw. I was like, who? First of all, I lived in Canoga Park. Who's shooting there? You know what I mean? So I think they meant Woodland Hills. That's where the park is. But I'm like, okay, you're going to shoot outside. People got masks on. How they going to laugh? So that's all I was thinking about. But he ended up shooting, I guess, some part in his living room. And they keep saying that this is his living room. I'm like, this is his living room? All I see is like a stage. I'm like, this is his living room. Now, as, of course, the guy that's the top of the food chain, I guess your living room. This living room looked like several apartments I've been to. I said, that's a living room? Like, I don't know what living you doing in that. I guess you could just have a stage there. So apparently it is hugely controversial. A lot of stuff he's saying in there. He's talking about his daughter having some whole tendencies or something like that. So I just want to know if you guys seen it or not, but I have not checked it out yet. I definitely need to check it out. And but he was asked about it. His Twitter is burning up, and I don't know if it's about cancel culture or not, but he just like, yo, I don't care. He's like, I don't give an F about what anybody says. And you know what? That's how you should be. That's how you should be. You know what I mean? Because when it comes to stand-up comedy, I don't do stand-up comedy. I write. But in life, it doesn't matter, man. At a certain point, if you're doing something the right way, yeah, you can't just, you got to not give an F. You know what I mean? If you sit here and read your YouTube comments or Facebook, all right, or what is this, Clubhouse? I don't even know what Clubhouse is. And he was answering this actually on Clubhouse, which is an app, I guess, that you can voice randomly opinions. I don't know. But if you read YouTube comments, man, it'll drive you crazy. Also, when you use TubeBuddy, if you see certain things like, oh man, this video is doing good, people are watching this video, but they're not watching this video, and people are complaining about this video, it's going to drive you, oh, you need to do like this, you need to be like that. And apparently his fans say, oh, I want the old Kevin Hart back. They want the old Kevin, But guess what? Kevin said the old Kevin ain't here no more. This that new Kevin. The old Kevin got in trouble. This the new Kevin. I don't give an F. I'm sorry. I thought the old Kevin didn't give an F. You know what I'm saying? It's just me? Is it just me? I thought the old Kevin didn't give an F. You know what I mean? But apparently this new one don't, because the old one got in trouble. But the new one is, how new is the new one? I guess from the past year is the new one. So I can't keep up with the mini Kevin Harts it is, but apparently this new one is the one that, hey, don't give an F. So shouts out to Kevin Hart to sticking to his guns. Make sure you guys check out the show. Let me know. Give me my money, dude. Making money too. Right. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you got money to not give an F. That's when you got money. When you got that I don't give an F money, you got that money. Right now I care poquito. My comedy's at the bottom here. I care, about what's going on. And that's just a lot of leaf blowing going on. Perfect. Always live. That's what happens when you record live, man. And so I care. That's why I'm using TubeBuddy, doing everything else. What works right now in these COVID times. You know what I mean? So anyway, I've had fun, man. Thank you guys for checking out the show, the Internet People Podcast, every week, man. Multiple episodes every week, man. So make sure you listen to it on all podcast platforms. You're on our Apple Podcast platform. Make sure you hit that 5 stars, man, because guess what? I'm a small Black comedy content creator. All right. So every little bit helps, man. So make sure you do that. Follow me on all social media at Kenyon Long on YouTube, Kenyon Comedy on Facebook and Twitter. And I see you guys in the next episode. Peace.